Right, okay. Good evening, everybody. Great to see so many of you on here again. I think we're up to 47 at the moment, and I think there's still people joining us. So if you're brand new, just want to welcome you to our Zoom Matrix Monday motivation meeting. Just going to go through what we're going to cover tonight. So we've got a great testimonial and some top tips from Sarah Jane Jones in Team Consistency. She's going to be sharing some top tips on getting your online sales in. So I've seen some great slides here, so some really great information for you. We're going to go through our recognition for the period so far, so see whether you've got your names in the top 20s. We've got some dates for your diary just to let you know what's going on and what's coming up, so you can get yourself organised for all of the meetings and things that are sort of coming up soon. And then tonight we've got a sponsor workshop 3. We've previously covered our workshop 1 and 2. And if you want to take a look at those, they are videoed and they are in the Matrix group. But tonight we're going to be covering our workshop 3, which is all about the appointment and the information that we share when we are team building and recruiting. And then after the meeting, we'll have a review and chat. So, you know, we do try our best to record the meeting. I would always suggest staying on and just listening, even if you're brand new and you're not thinking about sponsoring or team building right now. Just stay on and have a little listen. And, you know, obviously, if you do need to go and sort the kids out or you need to go, then that's absolutely fine too. So I'm going to introduce you to Sarah. I'm not going to tell you too much about Sarah. Sarah's actually not been in the business an awful long time, but she has had a great start in the business. So I'm going to hand over to Sarah. Is Sarah in the room?
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Helen.
We was having a brand new lady that was going to do her testimonial, and unfortunately she's had to go in hospital. So Sarah has very kindly stepped in and put this together today for us. So thank you very much, Sarah. Teamwork makes the dream work, doesn't it? All working together. So really looking forward to you. Just let me know when you want me to click the slides through.
Right, okay, Helen, thank you so much. Yeah, I've stepped in place of my lovely downline Beverly, my team member. She's not very well at the moment. I'm just trying to find Helen's face because I'm so used to seeing Helen whenever I do this. It's sort of zone in on her. I've got her now. Brilliant. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Sarah. I've been in the business since last May. My story is a bit of a wild one, to say the least. I'll tell you a little bit about me. I'll just find my page, my memory joggers. Okay, so before I even considered network marketing, never really known nothing about it. My career was in care management. I was a manager at a care home for elderly people with dementia and Alzheimer's. Done that for years. In 2009, when my first child was 2 weeks old, I suffered sight loss, which led to a later diagnosis of MS. I carried on working, carried on going the best I could, and then, you know, I failed the risk assessment in my job. I was no longer safe to do my job, hadn't known anything else really. Years come along, 2012, the massive relapse with my illness. I was aged just 25. I had to learn to walk, talk, do everything again. It was pretty horrendous, and I was signed off work forever. Basically, there was no, you know, there was no going back for me. This was it. This was my life. I fell pregnant on my second daughter, Betsy, in 2013. Betsy was born really ill. She was born with PRS, it's called Pierre-Robin sequence. It's really rare, 1 in 30,000 babies. She was basically born with a non-existent chin, which caused breathing problems. She had a cleft palate, she was deaf, lots and lots of problems going on. We nearly lost her twice. It was really hard. Betty's now 4. She's doing really well. she's a little chatterbox. She tries her best. She can't talk, bless her, but she tries her best her own little way. And she signs. I think she can sign about 90 words now, and she's doing immensely well. But it was starting to stack up now, the pressure at this point. Actually, I think I've missed a few slides, actually. I'm just gabbling on, as always. Helen, can you turn the page? There we are. So here's my Betsy, and Tara, my eldest, was 18. I don't know why I'm pointing at the pictures. And Lily as well. Lily, my little Lily. So those are, well, they're just my world. And as you can see, Betsy was quite poorly when she was born, and now she's older and happy and as healthy as she can be. But last year, things were really taking this toll. My husband had sold his business to support us while all this was going on. That money was running out, and we were having constant bills stacking up for Betsy's medical aids and things like this, and disability aids, communication boards, and mini mics for the teachers. She was starting school, and all this was just stacking up. And can you change the slide, please, Helen? And I was starting to feel a bit like this. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what to do. I didn't feel like a good mother. I couldn't go out to work because I didn't know when I was going to relapse again and be really ill. No one was going to take on that chance. Starting to feel depressed, helpless, useless, all these things. And it was just horrendous. And meanwhile, this stress and these bills were racking up for these disability aids. And it was just getting horrendous. Next slide, please, Helen. Then along came Hannah. Now, I'm going to try not to get emotional by it. I seen an advertisement on Facebook, and basically I felt like the ad described me. Are you a single parent? You know, are you a home parent, you know, looking for an extra income? Have you got a smartphone? Have you got Wi-Fi? I can help you. And I really felt, and the picture, I'll never forget the picture, I was talking about this to Hannah last week, was a picture saying, we want you. And it was like sort of the old, when they were recruiting in the army with a man with a hat pointing a finger. And I thought, oh my God, worth a shot. Maybe this will clear this bill, just this one, have a go. Originally joined for the extra £50 a week, really. So I messaged Hannah. She was lovely. And she really supported me. She said, yeah, you know, you can do this and that's achievable. And along my clean, easy journey started, thanks to my wonderful Hannah. I call her my Mrs. R now because she's just absolutely turned my life around along with everyone else in the network. So next slide, please, Helen, before I start crying. So 2 weeks into the business, very, very fresh face, didn't have a clue what was what, who was who, up was down. It made a start and my group started selling. I'd hit my first welcome reward at this point. But I thought, well, come on, Carl, it's a day out. Let's go to Cheltenham. Let's go and see and meet everyone, because we were given such a warm, warm welcome. And I think, you know, whether you're in these Zooms, whether you're, you know, in the chats, in the groups, in person, you know, everyone has always got a smile for you. Everyone has always got a kind word or a sort of a hand on the shoulder and it's just like going back to family, you know. It's lovely. So off we went, fresh faced to Cheltenham. Didn't have a clue what to expect. It absolutely wasn't what we were expecting. Quite happy at this point with the idea of an extra 50 quid a week. And it was going to help us. That was the most important thing. And slowly but surely, even at this point, I could see already that this was an opportunity to get my life back, to get me back, to get a bit of my self-worth back. And cue everyone firing up the stage. And, you know, I think this was the one as well that, you know, Chris and Claire went up for their £10,000 check, and Rachel and James Folger were flying up the stage for their 30-30 mini. And it was just, what I didn't know was our team at the time, because I just knew people were immediately around me, but it was just people that were immediately around me seated, just up and down, up and down, up and down. And I remember looking and I said to Carl, what do you think? Oh my God, this is happening here. This isn't just 50 quid a week, Carl. What have we come across by here, you know? And as you know, as the conference went on and everything, you know, and my face lit up, and I bought a new notebook, and I was quite proud of myself. I got a Wilko's that day, and I bought a new notebook. And it was like that second. By the time I left, half of it was full, because it was just constant. And I come away feeling like this. Next slide, please, Helen. What if? What if that could be me? What if I work hard enough, if I do this, not only for the money, but for me, this is what I have done. I'm not a failure anymore. I can work. I can provide for my family. I can get that extra communication board for Betsy next month. I haven't got to get it on the credit card, or I haven't. What if? So all these sort of ideas and all these things, and that realization kicks in. And when you hear people saying that these events are light bulb moments, they are absolutely are. No two ways about it. They are life changing for so many different reasons. For my main reason is it gave me back my self-belief. In that day of 6 hours, I'd gone for years thinking that I can't do nothing, I'm useless, I can't get a job, I can't provide. What happens if I lose my legs again? To then thinking, wow, this is for me. So leaving there, straight on the phone to my lovely Hannah. What do I do to do this? How do I do that? What's this? What's that? Plagued with questions. And you know, it's just completely, and since that, you know, since coming from that conference, I hit all 3 Welcome Roads in 45 days. I done, you know, 10% of my first full period. Then I bobbed along lovely. And then I hit summer with a caravan. I thought, cockily enough, that I could run the business from the caravan with the 3 kids, still doing activities every day, and I was wrong. So it went a bit quiet over summer. I said to Carl, actually, lost a bit of that faith. I don't know if this is for me. I'm going to give it until the end of October. When we get back from the caravan, I'm going to stick my head down. I'm going to follow the system because I haven't followed it enough. That's what it's there for. All these people are successful. Helen, Andy, Claire, Chris, Hannah, Joe, everyone who's Rachel and James, everyone. There's too many to name. I'd run out. I'd be here till 10 o'clock. Which is what we don't want because I'm first on, so the pressure is real. So, you know, all these people are sort of doing it, and they're up and doing it because of this system. There isn't any secrets. That's right down. The 1st of September, my head went down. I didn't look up. Concentrated on the activity, not the results. Plagued Hannah constantly. Poor love. She needs a Blue Peter badge. Honest to gosh, plagued her constantly. And when I did look up, I got to 13% with I think it was 8 or 9 team members. And that was on the 3rd of October. And I said to Carl, guess what? Let's go for 15 then. So got my 15%, aiming for 18% at the moment. Got an amazing team now. I think, you know, I think we're about 2 lines deep now as well. And it's just amazing as well, you know, to see the new ones coming through. And you know what's blown me away from day one as well. And I remember asking Hannah again what this word meant about 7 days into the business. And I remember my message, Hannah, what does Helen mean by duplication? And you know, now that is all I say. That is all because you look down the lines, okay? And if you knew, all right? So we're a bit like a house, and you've got Helen and Andy, the group leaders, leading the way, and Chris and Claire, Rachel and James, and then down again, then you've got Harriet and Alistair, and Hannah and Joe, and all these amazing people coming through. Now, they are amazing because of the line above, and they're amazing because it's been handed down and handed down and handed down. So if you're duplicating, mirroring, mimicking, copying everything your upline is doing, guess what? You're going to have the same results as long as you put it with a hard work. So can you go on to my next slide, please, Helen? Okay, so what I did in that September, my group had gone for an absolute nosedive. And being an online seller, having to rely online because of my illness and things, I can't guarantee that I can get books in or get books out when promised. So I rely heavily on that side of the business. So what I mean by interaction saved my business, okay, is my group was dead, my sales were dead, I wasn't sort of contributing enough, I wasn't making enough effort. So what I decided to do is just plow everything and anything into this business, anything that would, you know, sort of get something out the other side. And Claire said to me one day when I'd made an idiot out of myself on a Wednesday night Zoom, as always, doing something stupid, she said to me, Sarah, in a fabulous accent, Sarah, why didn't you do the lives? Have a go. And I thought, that was so stupid, me on a live. But I did. I thought, well, why not? Why not? Push your comfort zone, why not? And I did it. And they've become quite a bit of a, I'd say phenomenon, but people seem to quite enjoy them. And they become the backbone of my business. I haven't done a live now for about 10 days because I haven't been very well and my sales have gone to the nose. And I think, you know, it's really about playing it to your own strengths. So with that, can we move on to my tips, please, Helen? Because I've whizzed through this because I'm really conscious of time. Just move that. I got to say goodbye to Helen's face now because I can't see the bottom of the slides. Hang on. Oh, she's still there.
Don't panic about the time. You're absolutely fine for time, Sarah.
Good. Okay. And I talk quick anyway, but I'm talking extra quick now. Okay, so my top tips for creating a group and a team that's buzzing with excitement. So as I mentioned a bit before, play to your own strengths. Okay, if you're a really good talker, I don't know if you've guessed, but I am. Play to that. You know, if you're quite confident in certain areas, you know, and you're not afraid to sort of, or nervous about putting yourself out there, do a live, try it, you know, or join on somebody else's live, or in regards to, you know, your sort of, you know, your team as well, because I've tried to spread this across the board because this is what I've done. And it's like, take for Helen now. Helen is like the most like organized, efficient person I think I have ever met. So, you know, and she's really good at that, and she's brought that into the business. And, you know, and I think it's brilliant as well that you do play to your own strengths, and it will reflect. The next one, kill with kindness. Now, I don't mean like literally be like, you know, I mean, what I mean to say is look, if you if you are to your customers, to your team, the kindest person that you can possibly be, all right? And we all have down days, don't get me wrong, all right? But those down days, you can't pass on to your team. You can't pass on to your customers. They don't know, you know, if you've lost your purse in Asda and your keys fell down the gutter. They don't know that. And I think it's really important as well that, you know, when you're replying to people and when you're speaking with people, you know, using like good sort of grammar is really important. Not yes, it sounds so much better. Things like that you wouldn't usually realize that you're doing, they make a massive difference. So, you know, would you like to order? Not say, right, when are you paying? Things like that, you know, can really make a difference. And the same with your team as well. If you're lucky enough, you know, and you started team building and gone on this amazing journey, which is just absolutely incredible. You know, sort of think of how you're speaking with people and try and replay it back to yourself of how. Because sometimes, especially if somebody is really anxious or really concerned or feeling really worried, you know, turn your words back on yourself. How would I feel if that was said that way to me? And it may not even be a nasty thing you're saying. It may be just you're saying, you all right? You know, the difference in saying, you all right, to, oh, hi, Bev. Just thought I'd check in to you, see how you're doing. Now, can you see the difference between the two? And I think that is something that, you know, we all can do sort of quick on the tough. I can't talk off the cuff. We're all really busy, but that just makes a massive difference. And it does help with trolls. Thank you very much for your input. Have a nice day. Block. It works every time. Absolutely fabulous. So 3, take an interest as well with your customers and your team members. Don't be afraid to ask, how's your day going, or what you're doing, or anything. You know, I have really, really good relationships now. I'd say like borderizing best friends now with about 30 of my customers on my online base, and all that has been built up by me taking an interest in them. I know their dogs' names, I know where they live, I know their kids' names, I know, you know, whose birthday is when, because I've taken that interest, and that makes them feel, you know, that makes them know that I'm just not there for their money. You know, I'm there for them as well. Same with your team members, exactly the same. Take an interest. Don't be afraid to ask how many kids you got, or why, you know, why are you interested in this business, or how do you think I can help you? All these things and all these sort of little snippets. And something I've learned as well in this business quite quickly is it's the little things that make the massive difference and create that whole picture of what we're striving on. And I think, you know, and I've always said about little things anyway, something me and my husband have always said, you know, marriage, when we first got married, we didn't have much money, we didn't have nothing, and it was never mind, love, we've got the little things. And not so long ago, going off track a little bit, like I said, I haven't been very well in the last 10 days. And when we first got together, my husband used to make me banners for Mother's Day out of toilet roll, and write on a biro, Happy Mother's Day on the toilet roll, and paper flowers with the straw and some toilet paper. And when I wasn't very well, 3 or 4 days ago, he actually made, and we can afford flowers now, quite a nice bunch of flowers now, but he actually made me a paper tissue, toilet tissue, Kleenex, whatever, on straw flower. And I thought, oh my God, how much, and that little thing, the fact that he'd gone through that time and that effort to make me to start, and he also made me heart-shaped toast, to me, and that's what it is. It's just going out your way. That extra bit more makes people feel that they're valued, and that's something that's really drastically like changed my business. Take a step out your comfort zone. Now, I love this one and I love to hate it at the same time. This one is just amazing, because let me tell you why. It's when you're taking a step out your comfort zone within this business, the whole group has got your back. The whole group are there as your cheerleaders with their pom-poms, your sidelines, your uplines, your downlines, your horizontal. Everyone is there cheering you on. You've got a safety net, and it's, you know, it couldn't be more of a safe place to be able to go, well, do you know what? I'll try that live tonight, even if they don't see my face, even if they only see my hands. I'll try that live tonight. And in fact, safety net saying, oh, Claire's actually set up and on a live test group as well. I've got to chuck that in next. I love my lives. You know, things like that. Or, oh, I wish I had the confidence to phone up a lead. You know, but the tools and things are in place where, you know, there are sort of call scripts and things, and there is no sort of team leader, coach or sideline or anyone that would say no to you if you said to them, can you do me a favor? Can you run through this and can we play roll it out, please? There is no one that would say no to you. So I think, you know, you can still remain in control and still take a step out of your comfort zone, and that's a really good one. Let yourself be seen and heard. Now, I have no trouble with this. Some people have huge trouble with this. But what I also mean as well is a few of us within the team and within the group have been experimenting with these voice clips. Voice notes, they're called. They're available in Messenger. I love them. They're amazing. I hardly ever message anyone anymore, unless it's like a script for recruiting or something. My team are used to me now popping up, and they know what tone of voice they're going to get at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they know what tone of voice they're going to get at 10 o'clock at night. But they still get me. And I think it's a great way as well, you know, that when you're recruiting, they often feel that they are speaking, you know, prospects are speaking to like a computer. They think we're robots. I had it not so long ago myself. I'd like to speak to a real person, please, not a system generated, you know, computer. And I was like, oh, my name's Sarah. I don't know many computers named Sarah, but I realized then afterwards that it was the way that I was speaking. So I thought, well, hang on now. So I tried using these voice notes, and I know the team of Francis, Claire, there's quite a few of us now that are using these, and they're getting great success because you're making them see that you're a real person. The same with your group. In your group, even if you're just videoing a product and talking in the background, they don't even have to see you. You just have to see your product and talking about, oh, look at this Christmas bauble, isn't it lovely? It's got 3 snowmen and 3 Christmas trees. I know it's not Christmas, but it's the first thing come to my head. 12 quid each. Give me a message if you want one, you know. And oh, hope you all have a lovely day, it's gonna snow, or whatever. And it just really makes them feel, oh well, yeah, oh, she seems really nice actually. And some people as well in your group, when it comes to buying, they're nervous to message you and say, can I have that, please? They're nervous to comment and say, oh, I'd like to take one of those, which is as well why you'll see a few of us, quite a lot of us actually, commenting on each other's posts and on each other's sort of, in each other's groups, okay, saying, I'll take one of those. I mean, I think, God love Kira, I think Kira's bought a bed, that mine and yours bed, and set off me about 5 times. You know, and because that sort of thing, so, well, they look at that person's reply, your reply, and you think, well, that wasn't so bad, and they try it as well. So that's what I mean by let yourself be seen and heard. And also as well as, you know, going Kira's laughing, bless her. Also as well, skipping a few things, but you know, and it comes to as well as asking questions and sharing ideas and things like that. Nobody is ever going to judge you or think it's a silly idea or think it's a silly question, because we've all been at the beginning. And now as well, 8 months in, I still ask what I think are regularly stupid questions. Sometimes Hannah will say, yeah, you've been ridiculous, Sarah. But more often than not, but that's because that's my sort of personality. But more often than not, you know, there's always a sort of logical answer at the other end. And everyone is here to help. So that's a really important one. You only learn about someone if you let them learn about you. Now, everyone's going to take something different from this point. What I mean by that is everyone in life, no matter how what sort of life, what background, whatever you've had, everyone's gonna have a barrier. Now, depending on what type of person you are, that barrier could be up here, it could be non-existent, it could be wherever you feel comfortable with it set. So obviously, if you're like that, then the chances are Joe Blogs down the road's going to be like that. So you can't expect somebody to give their life story hook, line, and verse when all you've given is my name's Sarah. It's like a bank account. So, you know, if something's popped up on the screen now and somebody said hi something, can't see it, super. Yeah, it's like a bank account. So, you know, you can't expect somebody to say, you know, oh, I've come to earn extra money and my reason why is da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. And you've just gone, yeah, all right, here's the online system. You know, be compassionate, show a bit of yourself. And I'm not saying show your whole self and lower your barrier, because some people are never, ever able to do that. And that's absolutely fine. But just show your hand. And that can make a massive, massive difference with your customers and with your team members. Go on, share ideas. Love sharing ideas. Love a brainstorm. It's absolutely fabulous. And not only that as well, is don't ever think that, oh, I can't share that because they're all leaders. They're going to know all this already. No, because, you know, Helen, Claire, Rachel, Rob, Forster, they all are still learning about this business, and it might take someone new to come to the table and they'll say something, and then all of us will go, oh, why hadn't we thought of that? Oh, I never heard of that one before. That's a good one. And it works for everyone. Don't be afraid to think, oh, I can't share that because that's probably been said before. They think I'm silly because I've just come in and I'm not experienced enough to share ideas. No. We all learn. I learn from my team members and my front line every single day of the week, you know, and it's really important. Also, do I learn from my sidelines as well as my uplines? So yeah, so never be afraid. And even if you've got to write it down and you're not quite brave enough to put it out to yourself, pass it to someone you trust within the team, you know, whether it be your sideline or your upline, your coach, your sponsor, your successful upline, whoever, and they can share it for you and put your name to it. So really, you know, it's and it feels amazing as well when you've shared something and helped somebody. And I love that part about this business. Leaders who've been led. Going back to my mirror on my duplication, we're really successful in this group. Everyone is smash it, as you'll see. It's really hard as well because this way around town, I can't relate back to the recognition. So what I mean by that is we're really lucky to have such a system in place within the Matrix Group that the way you have been led constitutes and it equals out to the way that you can lead, because it's sort of, it's got that transparency. All right, so God, I knew I should have written this bit down. I knew this bit was going to confuse my own head. So what I'm trying to say is, lead the way you've been led. So it's the same as like when you become a mother, or if you're a parent, everyone sort of reverts to the way of parenting, the way they have been parented. And it's the exact same thing in regards to this. So don't be thinking, what I'm saying is, just don't be thinking of, you know, if you're thinking about starting a team, oh, I can't start a team, I can't be a leader, I haven't got the first clue how. But you do, because you're being led yourself. So you can transform that then. It's right, how did Hannah do this with me? Oh, right, that's how I do this. And you can transform it back into that. And not only that as well, is make notes, make mental notes as well on the way you've been led and the things that you liked about your experience and the things you like about your leader, and try and strive to put that within you so you can hand that down to your team members. Oh God, where have I gone, Ellen? Don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. I love this saying. It is my all-time favourite saying. I heard it on a Cinderella movie when I was 17, and it's never left my head since. And it is what it says in the tin. Don't lose out because you're frightened. Don't lose out because you're nervous. If you think you've got that little bit of goal and that little bit of motivation, that little bit of boof, you might just be able to just do it, then go for it. Do it, because within this business and the safety nets that are in place, you won't fall. And if you do fall, then there's always going to be plenty of people to catch you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Love a question. No such thing as a silly question. I'm going really quick now because I know I slowed up a bit. Shout about your success, learn from your failures, and pass this on. And it is, again, it is what it says on the tin. You know, don't be afraid to be proud. Don't wear your pride on your sleeve of what you've done. And in your lowest days, you know, don't think, oh, look what I haven't done. Didn't get to 15%, or I haven't at 18%, or it's taken me 2 years to get to gold. Look what you have done instead, and turn that around. And also as well, pass it on. Pass your success on, bro. So pass on your failures, because then neither of them are anything to be ashamed about. By passing on your failures, not like literally passing them on, but sharing your failures then, and sharing, you know, what hasn't worked for you so well, then you're helping others, and you're also helping yourself heal from that failure as well. Be excited. It's okay to go giddy. I am always giddy. Everyone is giddy. Yeah, and I mean, you know, anyone who attends sort of, you know, these Zooms or these sort of, you know, the conferences and the live events and the key meetings and things, you know, there isn't a week goes by that Helen doesn't cry, bless her, because she's just filled with passion and just this business. She's just so in love with it, and it just to see people succeed and to see people hitting their goals and things. I know sets are off the worst, and it's just because she's just full of sort of pride. So don't be afraid to show it. Don't be afraid to go giddy and excited. Don't be afraid to go woo all the time. I'm a woo in every chat. Woo. Don't be afraid, because if you've got team members as well, you know, that's just going to rub off on them. Voice notes. At least 3 or 4 times a day, I'm sending a team member with a massive woo down the voice note. Don't be afraid to share it. It's infectious. You know, it'll do your group and your team like masses of good. And the last one, always be true to yourself. In regards to everything I've just said above there, don't let any of that change who you really are. Don't think, oh, I've got to do that now, I've got to go and do that, because Sarah said on that Zoom the other night. Go and do it, yeah, but don't do it if you're going to sort of come off the track of the person that you are. Stay within true to yourself. Stay your own person. Don't feel like you have to be any other person. We're not snobs. We're not all as crazy as I am. We're not, you know, so don't feel like you have to become somebody to fit in, because you already will. You know, there's all sorts of from every sort of walk of life within the team, you know, whether you're a top solicitor, stay-at-home mum, whether you have a 20-bedroom mansion or 1-bedroom flat, it doesn't matter, any of it, it doesn't matter. You're here for the same reason as all of us, a reason why I brought you, and we're more than, we love having you here. So yeah, that's the end. Sorry if I got a bit long-winded, Helen.
Absolutely fantastic, Sarah. You'll have to have it. I kind of flicked the slides because I was trying to have a look at all the comments that are coming through, and then I've had to stop looking at them because they were making me cry. And
I see you, Ellen.
So you'll have to have a good look through the chat because you've got some amazing feedback from everybody there. I'm just, before I say anything, I'm just going to give Hannah an opportunity to come on because I know that she just wants to say a few words. So Hannah, are you there, love?
Yes, I'm here. Oh my God, that was absolutely amazing. I am so proud of you, Sarah. I really am. You're so, really inspiring to everybody, and you just help anybody who needs it, not just in your team, not just in Team Consistent, anybody in the whole of the network. You will be there and you will help them if they come and ask you. I was nearly going earlier. You are just absolutely amazing, and yeah, I love you lots.
Oh, that's lovely, Hannah. Claire, do you want to add anything?
Helen's off.
Yeah, you've started.
I'm surprised
got
she
the recognition yet.
Oh, Sarah, it was just brilliant. I mean, I didn't know that you were speaking tonight. I didn't know Bev wasn't well. And as soon as it was you, I knew it was going to be brilliant because you know what you're talking about. And I think that's what I like about everything that you do. You're totally speaking from the heart. You're not reading from a script or saying what you feel like you should be saying. It's totally and utterly you. And I'm so excited for you because you are going to build this massive. I'm telling you, I am that excited. Well done. Well done.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, Helen. Thanks, Hannah.
Absolutely fantastic. I think a few things really come out of that. I mean, I've took tons of notes there, and it just shows that we can learn from everybody in the team. Doesn't matter how long you've been in the business. I think you've shared some crucial tips there for everybody can take away. You know, you're somebody that's very determined, you know, to overcome the challenges that you have. You're going to go a long way in this business, Sarah, because you've got the absolute determination to overcome that and the courage to do that as well. Hold it together, Helen. But you know, there were some great tips there, you know, all about following the system, and the activity will give you the results, and the duplication. I think one of the biggest things that we've seen with you, Sarah, in the business is the fact that you are just so coachable, and you are prepared to listen to Hannah, to Claire, to everybody for the advice that they give you, and then go and put that into action. Most definitely, you know, the first big step for you now is 18%, and that, you know, goes for Go 18, you know, massive step, massive recognition. But that is just going to be a tiny little step for you in this business, because gold is on its way, and lots of bigger things, because I know that your personality and your genuine care about your team and your customers and everybody will lead you all the way to the top in this business. So thank you so much for stepping in, and thank you for sharing all that. I'm sure everybody's took tons of notes just like me. So thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Don't you start crying.
I'm going to have a look at the chat now once I've recovered.
Oh, I've got to do the bloody recognition now. Pull myself together.
Maybe the new plan needs revising. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Have a little look through the chat when you're ready. Okay, guys, so we've got some lovely love hearts on the screen and some lovely positive words here that are going to follow through, I guess, all of our training. Not sure how we get rid of that off the rest of the training, but absolutely love it. So let's continue now with our recognition for period 2 so far. Absolutely awesome. Our welcome rewards now, we're up to 48 welcome rewards achieved so far, and that's just over 2 weeks. So absolutely amazing. I actually think we're on track to beat the best ever this period. So welcome rewards 1. We've got Monica, Debbie, Jane, Sarah, Kelly, Philippa, Kaylee, Rebecca, Laura, Natalie, Lauren, Amanda, Jane, Paul, Becky, Michael, Amy, Jeffrey, Fiona, Vicky, Natalie, Ashley, Dana, is it? Daniel, Diane, Rebecca, Joanne, Nikki, Kathy, Claire, Cheryl, Danielle, Defori, I hope I've pronounced that okay, Victoria, Lauren, Samantha, Kelly, Annette, Jade, Kelly, Kate, Rebecca, and Tyler J. Welcome rewards 1 and 2, we've got Autumn. Welcome rewards 2, we've got Siobhan, Roxanne, Alexandra, Deborah, and Steve Underhill, and Gillian Smallwood, and then we've got Kate Bancroft achieving her 3rd welcome reward. So well done, guys. It's well, I'm gonna have to get a tissue. You've set me off. Oh, let me just wipe my face. Oh. You know, this is testament to getting everybody off to a fast start. Like Sarah's just said, really, everybody following the system now, everybody supporting one another, everybody knowing what they're doing and making the most of all of these first incentives and first targets in your business. Lots of boxes of free catalogues on the way to you to get you off to an amazing start. So well done to each and every one of you, and well done to your sponsors and your coaches as well for getting you there. Okay, so let's have a look at our top retailers. Beverly Allen, who has unfortunately not been able to join us tonight due to health reasons, was going to share her story, but look at this brand new lady in the business, and she's top of the pop, so we must screenshot this and send it to her. She'll be absolutely amazed. It's not very often me and Andrew get knocked off the top spot, so, you know, absolutely fantastic, Beverly, with £1,123 worth of sales in just 2 weeks. Just amazing. And ourselves, we're up to 1,058. I think Andrew's had a good pickup today, so that'll be going on tomorrow. We've got John and Carol Woodward in 3rd place with 896. Kate Bancroft, absolutely flying, Kate. I'm not sure if you're on here tonight. £750. We've just seen she's just got a welcome reward 3. I'm really looking forward. Kate's going to be joining us at our Momentum meeting, so really looking forward to seeing you, Kate. And what can we say about Roxanne Butler? I'm not sure if Claire Pemberton's on here tonight, but she sent me a lovely message, Roxanne. Absolutely flying. She's only been in the business, this is her 1st period in the business, already done £729 personal sales, already hit 10%, and already signed in 3 team members. So absolutely off to a flying start. I'm not sure, I've seen a couple of Roxanne's names on here, so I'm not sure if you're on, Roxanne, but absolutely fantastic. I don't know if Claire's on, if Claire just wants to add anything.
Hi, Ellie, I'm on.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. So many names, I can't see everybody.
Oh, she's just been absolutely amazing. She keeps asking all questions. Like, we're in contact all the time with each other. She's just dead good.
Brilliant.
And she's good with the team as well. So, yeah, she's really, really good.
Fantastic. Well, Roxanne, just carry on listening to Claire. She is a fantastic coach, and she's going to support you every step of the way, make all those dreams come true, and, you know, set your goals. Anything really is possible. You know, you're brand new in the business, and you really took the bull by the horns here, and you're really running with it. So, you know, anything is possible. It really is up to you. In 6th place, we've got Peter Hooker with 699. Claire and Mark themselves with 667. Well done, Claire and Mark. I know you've been out doing lots of additional blanket dropping the past couple of weeks, so starting to really see the results of that coming through. We've got Kira. You know, Kira has an amazing online group. She only has to put one product in, and she has hundreds of euros worth of sales. That's because she's absolutely fantastic, and maybe one day she'll share a few little tips on how she does it. But with €796 in 8th place, well done, Kira. In 9th place, we've got Mr. Clean Easy himself, Paul Grime, £608. In 10th place, we've got Autumn. Autumn again, brand new name here, so well done, Autumn. I'm sure you've not been in very long, with £585. And Karen, you know, struggling through the flu and everything else, she's just keeping on. Well done, Karen, in 11th place with £549. Harriet and Alistair with 547. Rachel and James in 13th place with 541. Siobhan in 14th place with 463. Well done, Siobhan. 15th place, we've got Gillian with 457. In 16th place, we've got Natalie over in Ireland with €544. In 17th place, we've got Caroline Williams with 431. In 18th place, we've got Daniel Nelms with 430. Again, lots of new names on here tonight, so it's lovely to see loads of new names. 19th place, we've got Manda Jane with 408. And in 20th place, we've got Monica with 407. Everybody on there is on track to get that 10% personal bonus, so well done. You know, get yourself tracked with your business, make sure you're on target to make sure that you get the income that you want at the end of period 2. So keep on keeping on. So let's have a look now at our top 20 businesses for period 2. The Matrix Group as a whole, we've done now £30,845. So this is team sales. If you're new, this is collectively what we've all done together. The previous slide is what we've done as individuals. In 1st and 2nd place, we've got Helen and Paul Wilson and Chris and Claire Kinsella with 24,938. We've got Rachel and James in 3rd place with 9,779. Claire and Mark in 4th place, absolutely fantastic, Claire. 5,015. You know, absolutely back on track for gold this period. You know, absolutely flying. Great to see you up there. In 5th place, we've got Hannah and Lewis with 4,118. In joint 6th and 7th place, we've got Kirby with Harriet and Alistair with 3,730. In 8th place, we've got Joe Warman pushing for gold, 3,707. From Sarah herself, we've just heard her absolute inspirational story and top tips. You know, in 9th place, Sarah with 2,148, definitely on track for that 18%. So come on, just keep pushing now. We've got in 10th place, Kathy and Jeff with 1,894. Bev Allen with 1,689 in 11th place. We've got Jane and Andrew in 12th place with 1,528. Bev and Paul Story with 1,520. In 14th place, we've got Kate Bancroft with 1,509. In 15th place, we've got Stacey with 1,310. Joint 16th and 17th place, we've got Sinead with Francis and Ryan with €1,608. In 18th place, we've got Kelly Martin with 1,172. In 19th place, we've got Jay and Lee. We heard from Jay and Lee on their testimonial just a couple of weeks ago. Jay and Lee are on 1,013 in 19th place. And in 20th place, we've got Emma Hunter with 982. Absolutely fantastic to see all of your names on there. And if your name's not on there, you know, just do whatever it takes to get yourself in the top 20. Okay, so recruits for the period so far. Absolutely unbelievable. 122 new team members so far. Period 2 last year, we did 150 in total in the whole of period 2. We're definitely on for smashing our best period 2. Leading the way, no surprise, we've got Joe Warman in 1st place with 16 new team members. Very, very closely behind Rachel and James with 15 new team members. Claire and Mark in 3rd place with 11 new team members. Chris and Claire in 4th place with 8. Then we've got Bev and Paul closely behind with 7. We've got ourselves, Emma Hunter with 6. Jane and Andrew with 5. Jen, Potter and Sarah with 4. We've got Hannah and Lewis, Harriet and Alistair, Kate and Roxanne all with 3. Kelly, Martin, Kira, Danielle, Keith, Jones, Jay and Lee, Bev, Alan and Angela all with 2. Then we've got Francis and Ryan, Rebecca, Stacey, Claire, Jen, Julia, Ross, Tracy, Jenna, Mike, Sarah, Debbie, Rishi and Autumn with 1. So absolutely fantastic. If you are brand new and you're not sure what this is all about, then we are here to help and support you. It is all about just keeping it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It's just about sharing a great idea. Okay, so some dates for your diary. Every Monday we have our Matrix Zoom. So please put that in your diary so that you don't miss it. We do try to record them where possible so that you can watch back, but it's not always possible. So make sure that you do try and plug in. It's always good to get involved. You can ask questions on the night and things, so it really does help you. The Vista Group have their opportunity presentation tomorrow. So if you want somebody to present the opportunity on your behalf, then you can plug them into this webinar where somebody will explain everything for you. Next Tuesday on the 6th, I've not put it on here, but it's the team webinar with Jeff and Fiona Webb. With a great honour, I've been asked to speak for them for the company. So please put that one in your diary. Been putting my training together tonight, so looking forward to doing that one. Vista Group, we've got an induction on Thursday, and then next week we've got leadership and lifestyle training as well from the Vista Group. So lots of things for you to plug into. All of these things really can be done from the comfort of your home, and on top of that, we have our Matrix Group Momentum meeting in Runcorn on the 10th of February, so not long off now. This is a meeting where you can come along to Runcorn and meet people face to face, where we share training with others in the network. We've got a great lineup. The theme of our next meeting is all going to be about supporting your team. We have the amazing Adele DiCasso, who's going to be sharing some training with you all about working with individuals. Adele actually has written her own book, so really looking forward to hearing from Adele. Rachel Folger is going to be sharing some training on getting your team off to a fast start. So, Rachel is an excellent coach, an excellent mentor, really works hard at getting people off to that fast start, and, has an excellent record of new business sales and achieving lots and lots of things last year. So really looking forward to hearing you, Rachel. And Chris Kinsella himself will be sharing some training. We've still got to organise some more people. If anybody wants to volunteer for anything, then please let us know. We have got a book review for our book of the month, and maybe a little testimonial or some top tips or anything really. If you want to get involved, it is about teamwork. So just let us know. The company events that are coming up, we've got our summer showcase on the 2nd of June at Cheltenham Racecourse. We've got our Christmas showcase and gala dinner on the 1st of September at the ICC in Birmingham. So, make sure that you're booked in. For the Birmingham, we book the Premier Inn at Broad Street on Canal Side. It is getting booked up quickly, so I recommend that if you are going to go, then get it booked, because the prices do tend to increase closer to the time. Excuse me. And this is one thing that we always say, the more you learn, the more you earn. This business, it really will, the income is unlimited, but the more you learn about the business, the quicker and slicker you can do everything that you need to do to get that income and those dreams and goals that you desire. Okay, so just a little update. I'm not sure whether you've seen, they've just launched a brand new K-Life personalised catalogue. So I think the order code, you should have had an email with the information on here. 81 lines across 36 pages, absolutely fantastic. Loads of great gifts. You know, people are looking for that unusual gift for birthdays, weddings. We've got Mother's Day and Valentine's Day and all of that coming up. So use these products, do themed events within your groups, you know, letting them get their presents for these occasions for you. Have a little look at the information there. We've got an exclusive round chopping board. There's keepsakes for babies. There's just all sorts of. We've ordered ours on this order now and can't wait to get our hands on them. You know, they are an absolutely valuable asset within the catalogue. So get them ordered and get them out to your customers. There's some great products in there. If you're selling K-Life personalised products online, please be aware that the refund policy is slightly different with personalised items. So please make sure that you take payment up front for any personalised items. There is no refund unless the item is faulty. And please check the personalisation, you know, several times to make sure that you've got it correct, spelt correctly and everything else. Okay, so Claire, do you know if we can wipe this off of the screen or not? Because we want to put this on the website and it's going to have all this writing on.
I have no idea. I'll have a little look now. Hang on.
I don't know whether it's the person that did it has to wipe it off, because somebody wrote before and it seemed to disappear. I don't know how they did it.
Yeah, if you wrote it, you can erase it. You just got to press undo.
Oh. So I don't know who's been typing on the screen. If you can click undo.
I don't know how anyone's typed them words on the screen, to be honest. I don't know whether they meant to do it in the chat. I'm wondering if someone's done that by accident and they've not realised. Not too sure on that. But whilst I'm speaking, why it's scratching the egg. You know, you were saying about people volunteering for the meeting.
Yeah.
Well, what about the fact that Jo's come in? Because she's not going to get to come very often. So I think the fact that Jo's come in, we need to take full advantage and have Jo doing something.
Okay, well,
do I get a say in this?
No.
Oh my God.
What, Andrew?
We'll have to look at the timings and stuff, but I forgot Jo was coming, so we'll have to look at that, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy, just forget I'm coming.
Sorry, if there's not enough room, that's fine. It's just that Helen just said, can anyone volunteer? So that's why I'm volunteering for her.
You're volunteering for her.
If you want to, I can do the next one and Jo can do something.
No, Rachel.
Not that I'm trying to get out of bed, but just give Jo a chance.
No, you're definitely doing it. Everybody can't wait to hear your training, Rachel. There's no way you're getting away with it this time. Right, okay, well, we'll just have to carry on, I guess, with the writing all over the screen. Oh, I don't know how we can get rid of it.
I didn't even know you could write on the screen. I don't know how that's happened.
Now
someone's drawing. Now drawing's just gone.
Hey!
Oh, there we go.
I've done it. I found it. That's better. Because I wanted to video this one and clip it and put it onto the website. So I didn't want it having writing and that. Although it was very lovely and very positive. Okay, so welcome now to our Matrix Sponsor Workshop 3. Split into two parts. The first part, we're going to get Claire to go through the information with regards to what you send when you are doing Facebook sponsoring, and then Andy is going to very kindly share with us the information that we would do with a telephone appointment when we're presenting our fantastic opportunity to all of our prospects. So let me just... Okay, so the Matrix Group Sponsor Workshops. We've already done our workshop 1, which was Why Sponsor and Team Build. We had our Sponsor Workshop 2, which was Creating Inquiries and Leads, which Claire and Andrew both did that one together. That was fantastic. So tonight is the telephone appointment and the information, and we will be following this up with Sponsor Workshop 4, which will be dealing with objections and follow-up. Sponsor Workshop 5 is about registering new distributors and getting them off to a fast start, and then Sponsor Workshop 6 will be going for gold. All of the workshops will be videoed, and they will be going onto the website, so that when you have team members that want to start sponsoring from day one, everything's all going to be in one place for them to go and use that and work the way through the training at a level and a speed that they want to. So I'm going to hand over first of all to Claire, who is going to be covering our Facebook recruiting.
Thank you, Helen. All right, okay, so with the Facebook recruiting, we've obviously, when we talk about Facebook recruiting, we mean like posting adverts into buying and selling sites. You can do it with your warm market as well, but these responses are based on people that have asked you for information, so you're not just sending it to anyone. And this particular message is something that I use with my Facebook recruiting, but it's just a guideline. So if you want to tweak it, if you don't feel comfortable with the way I've said things, that's totally fine. Although we would try and still keep on the same lines because we want it to be really simple. You know, I've seen some information that people are sending and it's really long, and I'm terrible for not reading things properly and skipping through. And if something's really, really long, it's something that I definitely skip read. So we want to try and just grab people's attention so it's not too long-winded, the message. So this message is, again, really simple, and it's just hi. Again, you put in their name. You need to make sure you put in the name in so you're keeping it personal and you're not just randomly saying hi. Not only that, it's changing the way it's wrote as well. So you're not just copying and pasting the same message to everyone and getting marked as spam, because by changing the name, you're changing the structure of the message. So, hi Claire, thanks for messaging me. Okay, we're a home shopping company and we've been around for 94 years, so we're nice and solid. We sell some fantastic products that fly out, and especially this time of year. It's a really simple business, just posting our products and buying selling sites, generating sales, which will you then take a commission of plus bonuses. You can also earn an extra bonus from sharing this business with others and building a team of your own if you wish, although not essential, as the retail commission alone can earn you a great income. Have a little look at this video and see what it's all about, and I'll send you some pictures of what we sell. So we send that, and if you've noticed that it says on the top, thanks for messaging me, but we're saying this is people that have applied for your ads, you need to get them to message you first. So when they actually respond to your advert, they're either going to just message you anyway directly and give you this information, or they're going to comment on the post asking you for more information. And you don't want to just send it to them, because you can get yourself a Facebook ban for sending out too many message requests. So you need to comment asking them to message you. Okay, so that's why we put thanks for messaging me, because you need to get them to message you first. And then this is I'm using the new Clean Easy video. Now, something that Rachel commented on was the fact that it says Clean Easy, and sometimes it can be off-putting. So we can change that link. You can change it, I think, to 50, because I think it's just a link that then creates it to say Clean Easy, but I don't know, because I've not tried. Although it's not really making any difference for me personally. I'm not really having anyone say, oh no, it's Clean Easy because of it. So we move on to the next slide, Helen. What I do then is I straight away follow up with some pictures of the products that we sell. As soon as I've sent that message, I have these stored in an album on my phone that says Clean Easy, and they're just nice, pretty items that are a bit eye-catching. And this is the type of thing that you send out, and most people, you normally get quite a good response from these images, because most people will look at it and think, oh yeah, they are nice things, they're things that I could sell. Because with a lot of network marketing companies, they're quite niche products. It could just be a diet, or like a makeup, or a skincare range or something. So this makes it, when they see this, they're a little bit more intrigued that it's everyday affordable products. Can we move on, Helen? Right, now, when you've sent that, you're going to either get nothing back. Some people won't be interested, but we will follow up on them again. But you're either going to get nothing back, or they're going to come back and say, yes, they're interested. So this is the message then that I'm sending out then. So it's to get set up, it's only £20 joining fee, and this is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can join risk-free. There are other catalogue kits if you wanted the option, which I can discuss. It's an online registration form and it takes a couple of minutes and you're all ready to go. You get access to 3,000 products and a £350 credit limit in order to get what you like, so you're not paying for your stock out of your own pocket. I would get you set up with a selling group on Facebook and guide you every step of the way. We have a team support group and picture sharing group and we're all help each other. So you wouldn't be left on your own. We have a good system that works, that we all teach you. We are one of the fastest growing teams in the company, helping many people earn great incomes, so you know you're in safe hands with us. So I think it's important to get across that how much you're going to help them, because some people can feel like they might be left on their own a little bit. I think it's important to mention the fact that it's £20 quite early in the message, so that you've got that out of the way and then they can still read all the other information about it. Tell them that it's a 30-day money-back guarantee and it's risk-free, and that they get the credit account, so that some people have come back and said many times that they have to pay for the stock themselves. So it's good to kind of get all that in. Although something I have been doing over the last few weeks is sending voice clips of this as well. And I'm finding I can get the excitement across a little bit more by sending the voice clip explaining it, rather than just sending it in text, which I'm still trialing out and seeing that at the minute. It's working well. So we're going to just keep that going for a bit and see how it goes. Although sometimes I may still send this, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm in work and I can't really do a voice clip, then I'll still send the message. But at least we've got the option then as well. But if they don't respond, okay, if they don't respond at all to your first lot of messages, then maybe give it a day or two, or even if it's a week. If you're going to a lot of people, sometimes you can't always do it straight away. But do go back to them, follow them up, go back and say something along the lines of, did you get a chance to watch the video? Was there any further questions that you wanted? Do you want me to give you a call regarding anything? Or are you still interested? Just make sure you still go back and follow it up. Want to move on, Helen? Okay. And straight after I've sent the information, and it's important not to send it all in the same message as well, because for some reason you get less people clicking if there's too much information in one go. So straight after, I always send the link to the Success Stories group and tell people to have a look and see how we've helped other people earn money and get them started that way. And the thing with clicking them, getting them into this group is quite important, because you drip feed information. So even, it could be months down the line, someone might see a post in that Success Stories group that makes them then trigger and want to rejoin. It's really important when you're sending people to this group that you tell them to come back to you. So if it's via Facebook, you can usually keep a track of it with Facebook. They can normally find it again. But if you're doing it with the emails, then how you send people a link, you need to say to them to come back to you, make sure you give them your name so they can find you when they go into the group. So I think that's it. Is that it, Helen, or any more? Oh yeah. Also, I have frequently asked questions saved to the notes on my phone, because the busier you get, the more people will start, asking you for questions. And it's so much easier to have these answers stored, because these are the same type of answers people ask over and over again. So how do I earn the money? That's usually the main question that gets asked. So I'll just do it in an example. You earn a commission from your sales, and the more you do, the more you earn. One range gives you 15%, another range gives you 20%, and we have some internet specials with 10% plus bonuses. Here's an example. If you sell £250 in the 20% range, then you're going to collect £250 from the customers, pay £200 back to the company, and £50 for yourself. If you do this every week over a 4-week period, you will also get an extra bonus of £50 paid into your bank, which is an income of £250 in the 4 weeks part-time. So that's something that I have saved ready, if anyone asks me for any, ask this question. Another question that gets asked again is, how does the online selling work? How do the customers get their orders? This gets asked a lot. And again, you have a few options with online. You can sell anywhere in the UK and Ireland, and the product will be sent direct to them at a postage cost of £3.95 to the customer. Or you can sell locally, order in bulk to yourself, and get the cash off the customer to you. So that's another question. And then, how do you earn off your team members? Now, again, you don't want to start going into all the sales plan and exactly how it works, and some of you might not even understand that yourself yet. So I can do this as a basic. You earn a commission of the sales, anything from 3 to 24%, depending on your team volume and what level your team's at. This video will explain it. And this Rob Foster, it's not like, it doesn't go through the pay plan as such, but what it does is it shows you how it can spiral, how you can earn money, how you can build your team. So if any of you have not watched this, I really recommend you watching this. It's a really simple way of showing you how you can earn money. Okay. Again, this is another one that doesn't come up. I don't like online. Can I do catalogues? Now, usually, as a rule, if someone says he wants to do catalogues, I would arrange a telephone appointment and give them a call over the phone, because I think it's a better way to go through the catalogue, learning the kit. But I know that not everybody likes to use the telephone, so we have this template put out for people that don't. So, of course you can. It's a different price, but what it earns first. Oh, it's a different price, but it's an earn first, pay later. It's £25 deposit up front, and we will send you 250 catalogues. We then give you 30 days to go and get your sales, following our system, and earn yourself some commission. 30 days after registration, you have a payment of £35 that comes out your bank. Then you get another 30 days to earn even more money before your next payment comes out on day 60 of another £35. So all that comes out of your pocket is £25, and the commission more than covers your instalment. This kit also comes with 30 day money back guarantee, so if it's not for you, then you can get your £25 back, no problem. No payments will come out. So that's just something there that if you did want to send people information on the catalogue, it's just there. So I think that's it.
It is. Thanks, Claire. That's really good to go over. And what we'll do is we'll put all copies of the bits and bobs into the group, and we will be putting them all onto the website. What I would just say to everybody is just personalise it, add a little bit of personality. Use the script, but change it slightly. Obviously, with the Facebook algorithms and the Facebook jail, you can say the same thing, but you can just reword things slightly yourself. So make sure that you're doing that. Obviously, this is a guideline for you to use, and there'll be lots of other bits and bobs that we can add into. So thanks very much, Claire, for sharing that, and we shall now move on to Andy Walsh, who is going to be sharing with you the telephone appointment and how he does the appointment over the telephone with the prospect. So Andy, are you there?
I'm here, yeah.
Thank you.
Claire, thanks, Sarah Jane. I've not said anything, but Sarah Jane's talk, I thought she is just incredible. Sarah, you're going to go far in this business. It's all about people, this business, and you just care for people so much, with that work ethic, you're going to fly. And I love that. Kill with kindness. I just think that's a lovely thing, to think like that, so I'm just excited to see you grow. It's going to be awesome. So the telephone appointment, it's nerve-wracking for me to go through this on here as well. But if you get on the phone to people and talk to people about this business, you're going to have more success than sending messages if you get brave at it and stuff. And it's once you've done a couple, you'll be fine at it. But if you get to doing the telephone appointments, first of all, before you begin, be confident, because ultimately when you're chatting to somebody about this business on the phone, even if you've not been in the business very long, you're going to know more about this business than the other person anyway. So they're not going to know what you're going to say either. So you can't really get it wrong, so if you go off script or whatever, it doesn't matter, so be confident, but I guess be in control and be prepared before you do make a phone call. Have things down, what you're going to say. Make sure you're in a quiet room and that type of stuff, so you're in a good environment. And every aspect of this business, whether you're selling or recruiting, is all about numbers. The whole thing is a numbers game, and telephone appointments is just the same. When you do telephone appointments, as a rule of thumb, about 1 in 10 people will sign up and join the business. So when we say go for no, you've got to go in effect through 9 no's before you find a yes. So if you do a telephone appointment and somebody says no, they don't want to join. They're not saying no to you, they're just saying no to the opportunity. But actually, that's a tick, and it brings you one closer to getting sign up. You know, and once you're talking, you can have fun. You know, you're going to be speaking to some amazing people. You know, as you do these things, and you're going to, once you start doing these, you're going to fall in love with doing the telephone appointments. You really will. And again, in terms of timing, it should be on average about 10 to 15 minutes now to do this, because, you know, this is what I'm going to talk you through here is a guideline rather than a script, because, you know, we've sort of like agreed as we've grown in the business that, you know, using a full script can be quite nerve-wracking to some people, but there again, at least if you got some guidance to go on, you know, you might feel a little bit more comfortable. And like I said there, about 10 to 15 minutes as a rule, but Kira messaged me before and she did an appointment there, it was 47 minutes, and that can happen, you know, you can get in right old good conversations and things, you know, and it just flows. So that's what you need to do before you begin. Now, the sort of like the call format I use roughly is this type of thing. So, and I'm going to go through each stage in a bit more detail of the types of things I say, you know, and the things I say on these slides are not always what comes out when I'm doing an appointment, because it does, you know, I tend to be a bit fluid in a way, but there's always an opening, so it's a bit of a greeting and an ice-breaking type situation. Then I lead with the products. I talk about the products because, you know, by this stage, when you've got to have done a telephone appointment, pretty much what Claire's explained to you, even if it's Facebook or from an online ad, by now they've joined the Team Kinsella Success Stories group. By now they've probably seen the opportunity video, and by now they've probably seen a link to the catalogues. So at this stage, you know, they're already, you know, they know pretty much what it's about. So talk about the products, sell them up, then explain the retail business. Then you can touch on the team building side of it, and then just pause at that stage and open it up, see if you've got any questions, any thoughts or anything. We've got some more right again. Then we're going to close and explain the join up options, and then, if you can, seal the deal, get them signed up into the business. So the opening, let me just move these up there. Just obviously, first of all, just be friendly when you pick up the phone. Just say, "Hi, Helen, it's Andy. I'm just checking that you're free to talk." You've already arranged it, but just something as simple like that. Then just ask them, if you had a busy day today, you know, what have you been up to? And then, you know, depending on what response you get, I'm going to try to do this in a minute and do a point with Helen. So we'll go in more detail and ask them what they're looking for. But really importantly, with all this, you need to listen. So don't worry about silences and allow for pauses, and then let the person talk to you. And don't be worried about the next thing you need to say when you're on the phone. Just allow the person to talk to you, and then, you know, let the thing flow a little bit. You know, let people get in, you know, get their bit out. But we talk about the straight lines. You know, if they go off on a rant about something random about the day for 20 minutes, so you need to be in a little bit of control with it. So, you know, you might pull them back now and again. But so a just relaxed opening, it might be 30 seconds to 2 minutes, depending how it goes there. And then in terms of the next slide, we're going to be looking at the products. So just ask them if they've seen the amazing products. You know, use words amazing. Have you seen the fantastic products? What do you think about them? We have about 2,500. You know, we have something for everybody in this range. We're not looking at a niche market. And I always talk about the K-Live catalogue. Have you seen the K-Live catalogue? It reminds me a bit like a Next Zone catalogue. It is so lovely. There's so many things in there. And then just ask them, do you think you could sell these products at that stage? Ask them that question. So that's all I do with the products. And then I go on to introduce the business. So we've done an introduction, a little bit about the products. Then I go into this bit now to say we've got two sides of the business. We've got the home shopping, or if you like, retailing. And then we've got the network marketing, or if you like, team building side of the business. So I'm going to talk about the retail to you first. So with the retail, I say you sell the products online through social media platforms, or as well, we have an amazing catalogue. You can sell them to Facebook, you can sell eBay, you can sell anywhere you like, really. There's no limit to this, but we're going to show you every step of the way. So we're going to teach you our systems once you join the business. The catalogue side of it, you can simply hand them out to family, friends, to neighbours, to mums at school, that type of thing. Just give them out to people. You earn commission on every single thing you sell in the business, and our commissions are 15 to 20% on the product. So no matter what you sell, you're going to be in a commission. Then I go on to talk about the bonus system, and I'll do that in the appointment with Helen in a minute. But I go on then to say there's additional bonuses on top of your commissions. And then I say, we will train you up on everything once you get started. So this, like I say, this is an appointment. It's not training. So we don't need to go into too much detail about all the ins and outs of the business, because that's not what this is about right now. It's just giving people an exposure to the business. So that's a little bit about the retail. That's pretty much what I do. And then the team building side of it, the other side to the business is called network marketing, and it just simply means you can build a team. And as your team grows, so does your overall sales. And the bigger your turnover, that's when you start getting bigger bonuses. And I used to say this is like, if you like, the sexy side of the business. And then I pull it back to say, not everybody builds a team. So like, you don't have to build a team. You can just retail, but you start like planting a seed at that stage, really. You've got the team building side of it as well. And then I typically pause at that stage. When I've gone through those bits, I just ask them at that stage, what's your thoughts, comments, or questions? And that then will lead you, I guess. You'll know at that stage if they want to know more, or they might just, they might not be interested, and that's fine. But if they are at that stage, they're keen to find out more, this is when I go into close. And I recommend, first of all, you do sell the benefits of what you can get from this fantastic business, but at the same time with people, relieve the pressure, because it's pointless getting people to join when you're sort of like pressurizing them a little bit. So I don't feel you need to be a salesperson, really. So I sort of like say, you can start right away if you want. We can get you set up right now, or tomorrow, next week, next month. That's your choice. But if you do want to join right now, it just takes a few minutes to do. It's really, really simple. And I'll send you the online registration form. We're going to complete this together. I do this with a prospect, and I always put in there to sort of like say, this is where my hand-holding process begins, because you're with me now, but I'm going to look after you. So that type of thing. The company gives you a couple of websites. You get one for K-Life. And then at this stage, I've not really talked about Clean Easy before, but then I say you get one for our parent company called Clean Easy. Have you heard of Clean Easy? Maybe a question there. And then I put you also get yourself a trading account. You get some lovely catalogues, loads of new startup incentives, and then most importantly, my support and training. Does that sound fair enough? And then you just go for the close there. There's a small refundable investment from £20, and I'll go into that in a bit more detail in a minute. This, however, is refunded back to you within the first 30 days if you decide it's not for you. Shall we get you started? And if they want to join, then we go straight through to the sign up, and I will just talk them through. I will get the details. I'll fill out the form in detail, so I'll get there. I'll ask them for the full address, the postcode. Obviously, you got your phone number. You'll have their email address and everything. And I get the form sent to them. I stay on the phone and I talk them through each stage, and I'll talk you through that, what I do with Helen just now as well. So that's just an overview, and I say that's pretty much the way I do it. Don't have to, you don't have to follow this at all. This is not what you must do, but maybe for some of you that might help while you're just getting started with this, as a bit of a guide and things. But you can whiz through this 5-10 minutes depending on your prospect. So before we go through that, has anybody got any thoughts or questions there? Should we just go and do the appointment properly?
Yeah, I'm just checking the chat. I think, do you know what? I'm surprised how many people do have a bit of a phobia of phones, and I think it's just something now we're so used to text messaging people instead of getting on the phones and stuff. But I think what you'll realise is once you do get on the phones and you start talking to people, it's actually never as bad as you imagined. It's like most things, isn't it? When we first started in the business, we had to go and do face-to-face appointments, and you have to knock on the door and go into somebody's house, and that was like really quite frightening. But once you've done a couple, it's like riding a bike. Once you've done it a few times, you realise that you're not going to fall off and hurt yourself, because you can learn to balance and you can learn the skills of doing it. So, it's if it's not for you, then obviously carry on with what you're doing. But the business is all about just taking those little steps out your comfort zone and doing the things. This is just the next step up for some people.
It took me months and months and months to muster up the courage to do a telephone appointment. So if you're seeing this for the first time, you're thinking, oh my God, I don't want to do that. Well, don't worry about it. Don't do it just now. Only do it when you're ready. But once you are ready, like I said to you before, you'll probably fall in love with this. You prefer to do this over anything, because you just get yourself in the flow and you get to speaking to real people, having a proper conversation and stuff. So. Well, let's revert back to the start of this then, Helen. I'll try to do it as an appointment.
You want me to go through the slides as we're going through it?
Yeah, go through as you're sort of like seeing me whizzing through and stuff, and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
So go forward, and go forward one more. We'll start from there.
Okay.
So I'm going to do this as if Helen is the prospect. And then we'll see how it goes.
We'll pretend it was before we joined Clean Easy.
Whatever you want to do, really. So, hi, is that Helen?
It is, yes.
Hi, Helen. It's Andy. We've been chatting on Messenger. I'm just hoping you're free to chat for 5 minutes.
Oh, hello. Yes, I've got 5 minutes before I go and pick the children up from school.
All right. Okay. How many children have you got?
4.
4? You don't sound old enough. How old are the kids?
Oh, 28, 21, 19 and 15 now.
Well, you got your hands full, haven't you?
Certainly have.
So is that a full-time role, being a mum, or do you do anything else?
I'm not doing anything at the moment. I've just been made redundant as a learning consultant.
Gosh, that was hard on you, was it? Was that out of the blue?
It was, to be honest with you. Yes, I was told I had a job to go back to before I broke up for the summer holidays, and they've just sent me this letter in the post saying that I've been made redundant, and I've got 3 weeks redundancy pay. So I'm pretty desperately trying to find something.
Right, crikey. So you end up just being like a number, I guess, don't you, with these things? It's shocking how people treat you.
It is really. I am really, really upset, because I've worked really hard for the college and, got them lots of funding and worked really, really hard. And I just love the students, and I really worry about what's going to happen with them now. I'm not going to be there to teach them and support them. And they've been left now halfway through a course and they've got no tutors. So, it really does worry me. But obviously the priority at the moment is just trying to feed my children.
I don't want to get too personal here, Helen, but do you mind me asking, when you say to feed the children, do you need a particular amount of money each month just now to help?
Obviously we've lost quite a big income. I was earning, over £1,000 a month, but we have looked at our budgets, and anything would help right now. I'm applying for everything, but we would desperately need about £500 a month just to make ends meet.
Right, okay. Well, what I'm going to do, Helen, I'm just going to talk you through the business now. It's really simple, and obviously things have gone on there which is awful for you, but £500 a month doing this business, we can get you that, and we can get you that on a part-time basis.
Okay.
So let's explain the business to you. So first of all, did you look at the amazing products on the link on the groups what I sent you the details of?
Oh, I did. They were lovely. Yes, I want some of them myself.
Well, I have to tell you, Helen, that's one of the big risks with the business. People end up buying all the products because they are so lovely. There's so much stuff in there. You know, we've got about 2,500 products in total, and something for absolutely everybody, for every age group. You know, doesn't matter who it is. You know, we're selling things what people want, use, and need. You know, the product range is fabulous. So in terms of, you know, people wanting them, it goes, you know, we go brilliantly. And our amazing K-Life range, I don't know if you've seen that, but it looks a bit like a Next Home catalogue. You know, there's lovely, lovely products in there.
Oh, I saw the bedding. I thought that was lovely. I wanted to redecorate my bedroom, and there was lots of things in there that I could buy for my bedroom.
The bedding's lovely. There's so much nice stuff. There really is. Do you think you could sell this stuff then?
Oh yeah, I could definitely sell that. I've got lots of friends that would really like those products.
Fabulous. Okay, so Helen, I'm just going to go into a little bit of detail then about the business and how it works and things. It's really, really, really simple. But in effect, we've got two parts of the business, if you like, two sides of the business. We have the retail side of it, so that's the stuff we sell, the products and things. And then there's the other side of the business, if you like, the bigger picture, is something called network marketing, which I'm not sure if you've come across before or not, but in essence, you can build a team as well. Oh. I'll talk you through that. So, Helen, with the retail side of it, it's simply about selling products. That's what it's about. And you can sell products either through the online platforms, so through, for instance, Facebook, through eBay, through Amazon, any social media platform you like. And also, we have a fabulous range of catalogues. And with the catalogues, it's just about giving them out to family, friends, maybe some of the mums where you're going to school and things like that. It's about showing people the products and making sales. For everything you sell, you win commission from 15 to 20%. And obviously, the more stuff you sell, Helen, then the more commissions and incomes you're going to earn for yourself. But not only do you earn commissions, we work our business on a 28-day cycle. Now, at the start of the 28 days, we all start at zero, if you like. But during those 28 days, if you generate sales of about £800 in that 4-weekly period, not only have you earned commissions, but then the company start paying you bonuses as well, Helen. And you start getting the bonuses start at 6% up to 17% on top of your commissions. So which is give you, you know, a fabulous reason, if you like, to push a little bit harder. And obviously looking to get you that £500 a month, you know, we'll need to push to get to that level. Is that okay?
Yeah, I've not really done anything like this before. Like I say, I was you know, used to work in a college, so
okay, so in terms of, because you don't really need any technical skills, so do you know how to copy and paste?
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, that's about as much qualifications as you need, to be honest with you, Helen. The rest of it, I'll hold your hand the way through this process, and we'll train you up on everything. It's really, really simple. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, that's okay.
So I'm going to explain the other side now. Is team building. Now, this is not for everybody. Some people will go on to build a team, some people don't. But it's called network marketing, and like I said, it is just simply building a team. So not only can you sell the product, you can introduce other people into the business. As they generate sales, those people who generate sales will earn more income for the sales, but that'll increase your overall business turnover, and then your bonuses start increasing as well. You know, so that may be something we'd look at in the future potentially.
Okay, I think it sounds like something that my friend did. She used to sell some shampoos and things, and think she used to have a bit of a team doing that.
Right, good, yeah. We'll explain that properly in detail once you've joined. So, Helen, just ask you, and I know you're pressed for time, but what's your thoughts, comments, or questions at this stage? Have you got any?
So, well, how do we get started? What's involved? You know, do I have another interview, or you know, what happens if I want to get started? When can I start? You know, I'm pretty desperate for money at the moment.
Right. Okay. Well, this isn't an interview, really, Helen. It's an opportunity, you know, and it's open to everybody. So if you want to join, we can get you set up straight away.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I probably need to speak to my husband about it first. I don't think he'd be very happy if I didn't speak to him about it. So maybe Maybe I could just have a chat with him, and maybe we could, or maybe if I like write some questions down or something, maybe we could call me back maybe tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I could do. Shall I just let you know how you can join, and then you can tell him, you know, what's involved and stuff. Just give him a bit more information. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Good. So, in terms of joining the business, like I said, Alan, you can join straight away, and obviously, you know, chat to your husband. I bet he's an amazing guy, actually. And have a good chat with him about it first. But I'll tell you all the bits. It takes a couple of minutes to join. It's a really, really simple process. It's an online registration form, and I will simply send you the registration form, and I will talk you through every step of the way. You know, my role in this really, Helen, is to support and guide you and virtually hold your hand throughout the process. I won't be your boss and stuff, but this is the start really where my support begins. What you get for joining this business from the amazing company, they give you 2 websites. They're built for you. They're all done. You don't need to touch them. Yeah, a website for the K-Life range, and then one for our parent company called Clean Easy. Helen, have you heard of Clean Easy before?
Oh yeah, I've had a Clean Easy catalogue put through the door a couple of weeks ago.
It's fantastic, Clean Easy. 94 years old, it's been going, so
Really?
it's got an amazing track record, yeah. Very well established and well known. As well as getting the fabulous websites, you get given a trading facility, you get a lovely set of the catalogues as well. And then on top of all that stuff, there's countless incentives for new starters, from catalogues to trading facilities, all sorts of crazy stuff if you want to build a team. And then most importantly, Helen, you're going to get our support, guidance and training at the pace you want it to be. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, Helen, if you did want to get started, and clearly you need to speak to your husband first about it, there's a small refundable investment to join the business. Now that starts from £20, and then it increases depending if you want more catalogues. So for example, Helen, if you just wanted to do this solely online, it's £20 and that's all. And you get all the things I've explained to you there and a handful of catalogues, about 5 sets. If you wanted to do some more catalogues, then you can join for £30. And so just for the extra £10 increase, we're going to get you 50 sets of catalogues. Or alternatively, Helen, if you're really, really serious about this business and you really want to get that £500 quickly, you know, I'd recommend you go for the full kit, and you're going to get 250 sets of catalogues, plus all those things I've shown you there. But with all these things, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So nothing to lose, because within those first 30 days, if you decide it's not for you, Helen, we can arrange for a full refund back to you. But that big kit, just so you can tell your husband, again, we can get you started for £25 initially, and we'll get you all the catalogues straight away so you can get going with it. And that's going to give you then 30 days, and then we're going to take an instalment payment off you of £35, and then a final one on day 60 of £35. But that allows you to generate profits, so using your business profits, if you like, to cover the instalments as well. So really, it's for the big kit, it's just £25 up front. So obviously, we're not going to get you started just now because you want to speak to your hubby about it, which is perfectly fine. But does that make sense to you, Helen? Is it all clear?
Yeah, I just don't understand why you'd want a bigger kit. I haven't got 250 friends to pass the catalogues to.
Well, okay, so you're probably going to give them not just the family and friends. Then you could cover the local neighbourhood. You know, getting out and about, a bit of fresh air. You know, when I joined, my wife used this to keep fit as well. So she, you know, just enjoyed getting out and about for a bit of fresh air and stuff. So we would use those catalogues to cover lots and lots of houses. So in effect, you're going to be getting lots of sales online and then lots of sales as well with the catalogues. So that's what I mean by that. But again, once you've joined, I'll talk you through the process, how all that works.
Right. Okay. Oh well, I'll go and have a chat to my husband, and then maybe we can chat again soon.
Yeah. So when's your husband home from work?
He'll be home about 6 o'clock tonight.
Okay. So if I rung you about 8 o'clock tonight, would that be okay?
Oh,
Will that give you enough time?
I'm putting the children to bed then and just sorting out.
That's fine. Can I call you tomorrow?
Yeah, that'd be better.
I'll call you at about 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's it.
That's it.
So has anybody got any thoughts or comments or questions in the team now?
That was really good. Well done.
That was really nerve-wracking.
So that's
go, Andy.
Just the loose, you know, you do whichever way you want to do it, really, you know, but it's that's the type of thing I'd do, pretty much, you know, doing them. I'd probably try to chat it up a bit more, actually.
I've already got an amazing husband.
I know, yeah.
No flirting with married women.
So is anybody who's, you know, I know some people have been getting online leads lately. Is anybody going to take the plunge and doing a telephone appointment?
Andy, I
That really
find.
helped me with that.
Oh God, everybody's talking. Go on.
Oh, go on.
Put your hand up. Who wants to speak?
Joe first. Joe's popped up. I can see Joe.
Yeah, with the online leads, I find 90% of mine don't want phone calls, and I don't know whether that's because they're the younger generation as well. They just prefer to speak to me online. The phone is not my friend anyway, so I'm okay with that. But when I do get a phone call, I don't feel like I can be like that, like you've just been with Helen. I know, obviously, you know each other, but it's the saying the cheesy stuff like your husband is amazing. I couldn't imagine myself saying
He's only saying that because of him.
No, like even asking like how many kids you've got, I just feel nosy. I don't know why. I can't get over.
I think two things, Joe, really. First of all, most people don't want to do phone call appointments. That may be the way you're sending a message to them, the way you're wording it perhaps, because I find that lots of them will want an appointment. So maybe let's have a look at what you're saying to them first. You know, but then ultimately you want to work with these people. So this is real. You want to work with people in your team who you can work with. So we don't want to be desperate for just signing willy-nilly people in. So if you can't have you can't have a chat with them and that, sometimes, well, you know, that's the way it is, isn't it, really? But I don't think it's rude if Helen says to me she's going to pick the kids up from school, which she did say, then she's told me already she got kids, and it just naturally, you know, how many kids she got. I don't think that's prying, you know. And then she talks about losing a job and stuff. Well, then she's looking for work, and she might have said to me, "I need £10,000 a month right now," and I would have said to her, "You're not going to get that right now from this business," you know. So again, I would have been open with that, saying you could do in the future, but actually you might want to do this on a part-time basis and look for a full-time job as well. So, you know, and that's because the way she said that, I weren't expecting her to say any of that stuff, actually. You know, that's just the way I sort of like guided it, really.
I, to be honest with you, I'm far more nosy with people when I phone them, because if I'm going to be working with somebody, I want to know enough about them that I can help them. And I think probably one of the biggest things when you do a telephone appointment, as a part of the advanced training that we will do, will be finding their reason why emotionally before they even join you, because we have got an answer to everybody's problems, and it's given them this opportunity is the answer. This is the solution to your problems that you've got right now. People are coming to you because they need some money, they need an opportunity, they're looking for something. So I would probably delve a lot deeper than what Andrew does if I was speaking with people on the phone. I'm quite nosy. I would want to build a bit more of a relationship up with people and find out more about them, because I would then relate the whole thing back to, so you've got 4 children, and you know this business is going to be a perfect fit because it's flexible and it works around 4 children. If I don't know those things about that individual, I can't relate this business to them.
That's true. The biggest thing with making sales, you have to build that rapport.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest part of selling in any part of the world. It's you have to build that rapport with somebody.
And I
The
think
only way you can do that is ask the questions.
I think I do it after the event. Once they've joined and I don't feel like I'm burdening them, or that's just it. I know it's in my head, but I don't feel like I'm trying to get anything out of them. Do you know what I mean? Like, because they've got to give me money, I feel like, not me money, but I feel like, I don't know. That's me. As soon as they've signed, I can speak to them all day on the phone.
Joe, I don't have an appointment with you, a telephone appointment with you, and that's how you joined. Did you feel like that?
Yeah. I thought nosy cow.
Well, you joined anyway.
Yeah, she joined anyway.
Yeah, but that was different because you were trying to get something out of me.
Yeah. What's
So
that?
she asked you questions?
How is that different to you speaking to your prospects?
Because I'm trying to get them to join me.
Okay.
Whereas once
Like
they've
Claire,
joined me, I feel relaxed, and then I can help them and speak to them and build that rapport.
Claire was getting you to join her, so that's why she would have asked questions and been a little bit nosy.
I think you need to sort of like change your thought process then, Joe, about you trying to get them to join you. I think you should not even think like that. You're just telling them about this business.
I don't know.
That's all
I'm
you
number
do.
one in recruiting, so it doesn't matter.
Fine.
I'm number one in recruitment, so it doesn't matter.
Joe, we can't deny that. Whatever you're doing, it's working. So yeah, we'll shut up and mute ourselves. So just follow what Joe's doing.
I just crack on with how I do it.
Argue. No, she's right.
No, do you know what though? You are right in a way. Like, this is not for everybody, but you're like more. I was a bit like you when it comes to like not wanting to open up. So I personally would, like when Helen says that she would try a little bit more, I could not do that in a million years. I would probably be more like Andy were. I would ask and I would say things, but I would never say, only because I would hate anyone to do that. I know that if someone rung me up and started digging, I'd probably just hang up on because it's not me to open up that way. So sometimes whatever your feeling is, you go down that route. So that's why, Joe, you don't like the phone at all. You're kind of going down that route, but you still got to kind of have someone who's going to say to you on the email, can you give me a ring and explain this? So you've still got to be able to know what you're doing and to go through all that as well, haven't you?
And I think, you know, every appointment you do is different because you're dealing with people, you know. So, and some people, you know, full well when you chat to them, they're really close, so you're not going to be able to get anything out of them, you know. So fine, and then you don't try. But some people really, really open and pouring the hearts out to you, you know, and then you know you can really chat with them and bring them on and stuff. So, you know, it's but this, like I say, this what we've gone through here is just a guide, you know. So. And there's not a right and wrong reason, right or wrong way to do it in my eyes. It's just a case of if you're going to do phone call appointments and you feel confident, do them because they work really, really well.
Yeah, but Joe, you don't do phone calls at all?
No.
Right. So the logic is if you're doing messages, then you don't tend to ask questions like that anyway. If I was to say on message, how many kids have you got? Then it would appear to be nosy.
Oh, but I do got Messenger.
If you're on the phone and you're conversing it, then you can ask them questions because it feels right. But if you're just doing it on message, then you probably wouldn't do it that way anyway.
Yeah,
it feels right to me though.
Sorry.
It feels right to me though. I can build that rapport on Messenger, asking.
Yeah, but you like you said, you don't do it. You don't do it till after the event's occurred.
On the phone. I can't do it on the phone.
Right. So. When you're doing messages, you build a rapport before you make the sale?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, I misread what you said.
Yeah, I can build a rapport online because they can't see me or hear my tone, but I just can't do it on the phone.
But do you ask them how many kids they've got?
Yeah, I ask stuff like that and their why and why they want to join and things like that, because if they ignore the question, then I don't feel stupid.
Right, I see what you mean. You'd be great on the phone, just get on it.
Can't.
You can.
It's
you double your recruitment. That's an incentive.
Who else popped up asking questions? Sorry, because we had someone. Claire Pemberton. Claire, do you want to ask your question? She's still there.
I was just, it just seems so simple the way you both done that. And I think Friday, I must have phoned about 25 people, but I could feel my whole face bright red, all my neck burning, and I think I was just rushing through them all. I was asking questions, And the only one I felt comfortable with, he worked at Anglian Home Improvements. And I was like, oh my God, so did I. And but everyone else, I just didn't feel comfortable at all doing it. I mean, I know after practicing it, you know, I will get there, but it felt so awkward.
It is initially at first. I mean, we can give everybody a loads of different scripts to use, but sometimes a script makes you a bit more wooden and a bit more false and a bit more, it's not like you know. And I think one of the best CDs I listened to was by Tim Sales. I can't think what it's called now, but he talks about, and you've probably heard me talking about him before, because he used to go round to all the meetings and he used to pick up little bits of sayings that people would use and questions that they would use or closes that they would use or how they'd overcome an objection, and he'd put it all together and he'd write himself a script and he'd get the toy dog and practice it, and he had a very bad stammer and stutter, so he practiced it and practiced it and practiced it till ultimately he just said it without thinking about it. And that's how me and Andrew learned the business, because we had to go and do face-to-face appointments when we did join. We used to go to the key meetings. We used to have to learn how to do form, had to go and, you know, open people up, read body language, do this, do that. And, you know, now on the phone, it's so easy to do. And I guess sometimes me and Andrew, because we've learned that, we have to remember not to overcomplicate it, because we've learned all them things. But you know, when you do strike up a relationship with a person and you've got an opportunity, you find the serious people that you can work with, when you found out what it is that they're looking for and you know that you've got the answer for them, well, it's already you've already made a connection with them. So when they come on and start, you've already got that connection.
I think, Clay, the fact that you've done so many, I guess it's just the more you do, the better you're going to get with it, really. And just,
yeah.
You know, it's funny when you said when you found something in common with somebody, you had a good chat and stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess sometimes I think the first bit, the opening bit, is really important, because the stuff about we sell stuff on Facebook and we chuck some catalogs out and all that stuff. You know that, so you don't need to have that worried in your mind. Oh, I've got to explain how we sell on Facebook. Well, you can just do that like that, can't you?
Yeah.
So make sure that opening bit you've thought about it before you ring them a little bit of. So always have a general couple of questions there. Maybe I always tend to say, "If you had a busy day today, what have you been up to?" And that, if it's open-ish, you might get a bit of stuff there to use, you know, to build up the chat and stuff. Because your phone's going flicking your computer thing. Yours, I think it was.
Not mine.
It sounds like someone's typing.
I know, I think someone's typing.
So just by doing that, you know, that's, I think if you work on that first little bit, the opening bit, then, you know, everything else will feel more comfortable, you know, through the appointment.
Yeah, I was cringing as soon as they answered the phone. I was like pulling stupid faces, like, oh, you know.
Well, and this bit of it, because this is a new part of the business for some people who want to do this, well, you've just started. It's like just setting, this is just like going back to setting up your first selling group or getting you deliver your first lot of catalogs for all of us. So, you know, and it's starting from there and building. So, you know, I don't give yourself a hang up over it. The fact that you've done some, you know, just continue doing them. You know, you're going to get better. Than if this little script just helps a bit, great. If it doesn't, don't use it.
Claire, just use an icebreaker. Just tell them about your joke about Sports Day. Listen, you'll be a member in no time.
It's like anything though, the more you do it, the more you'll be confident at doing it.
Yeah.
You'll do it without even thinking about what you say, you know.
And do have a laugh on the phone. Have a laugh with people. If you feel like they're warm, you can have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah. They'll hear me walking around the house.
Oh. Don't know if anybody else has got any questions. We always used to learn the business. We used to just have like these, I know Claire and Chris were saying that they have the bullet points, they put that into the messenger thing. So it's just maybe just writing yourself a couple of bullet points to keep yourself a bit on track with what you need to remember to say. And that might give everybody a bit of like confidence that you've got, you know, but don't be like, shut up and don't, I need to say my next bit. Let them speak, let them ask questions and stuff as you're going along, but just have it there as a bit of a guide so that you can say, right, so. And sometimes, you can get dead chatty people that go off telling you the bloody old life story and goodness knows what. You've got to sometimes go, right, okay, so let's just explain how we go with this. And I think when I used to do it, we always used to do how it works, why it works, does it really work, and then how about you? And if you kind of have that in your head, that you've got to kind of go through those 4 stages, then you'll get your own little script, you'll get your own little routine with it. I don't say what Andrew says when I do an appointment, but we sort of cover the same things when we do it. Everybody will be slightly different, so you've not got to think, am I going to do what Andrew does, because I'm not like Andrew, I'm not that type of person. He is dead good at chatting with people and opening people up and finding stuff in common with them and stuff. You will all just find your own way of doing it and just covering the information that you need to cover.
Certainly.
And Chris, you've been doing quite a few phone call appointments, and I know you've put it off for a little while. So how are you finding your appointments, and have you got any tips really that you could share?
I do mine, to be honest, with the same guidelines as Andy. Just open them up. I had a little laugh in the beginning, and find out what they do for a living, and what they've done previously, and I let them do most of the talking, to be perfectly honest. I'll ask a question and they'll give me the answer, and I'll just ask another question, and it'll just be like that really, and just make sure the call, like you were saying, flows from one place to another, and without drifting off into doing, sometimes you can go on there for 45 minutes and talk a load of crap, to be perfectly honest. and it's them doing most of the talking. It's just getting back and onto that straight and narrow, and just heading for where you want to be, and that's the close. But talking about putting it off, I put it off for 5 years. More or less, so, yeah. No, I'm enjoying it. I know it's a new challenge, and I'm signing people up from it. I'm just building my confidence every day from it. So, yeah, definitely, it's definitely the way to go, because I'm developing a bigger confidence in myself, and it's just something that I've been wanting to do for years, and just keep putting off. And it was so easy to just get on a keyboard and write out messages, and it's just it's a new string to my bow now. So just learning as I go.
Brilliant.
Sorry, love, what's that? Yeah, and having my own office and stuff now. It's having my own space rather than sat on the couch and
feeling like you're at work.
I'll do that call in a minute. As soon as I sat down in that seat, I'm switched on, and I'm getting a hell of a lot more done these days. And no, it's good. It's good.
I think that's very important, Chris, isn't it? It's like preparing yourself for it, and like I said, get prepared first, whether it's a desk or in a quiet place or whatever, but make sure that you're not going to be distracted for when you do these calls, because it does, especially if you're nervous, because you're all nervous and you don't want anything else distracting you. So if that you got your own office, so you're actually going to work in effect and stuff, and then the business is a professional business. It's an amazing opportunity and stuff, and
it is.
You just need to. I have the belief when I'm speaking to somebody. I think to myself, how lucky are these people to receive my phone call? Not because because I've got this amazing business, but I'm going to share with people, and I have that on my mind. Think, who's the next lucky bugger I'm going to speak to now? And I just think that, because I know I've seen your successes in this group and the rest of the business. I think, Jesus Christ, somebody who's the lucky one, and that's how I would do it. So that puts me in a positive mind frame and a feel in control, because I've got an amazing business opportunity. And if you don't see that, well, more for you, really, and then you just get better at chatting the business through the more you practice.
And I think also with the whole doing the appointment is the person that you're speaking to doesn't know what you're going to say. So it's like they're not judging you against whether you've said the right thing or the wrong thing. And, really the more mistakes that you do make, doing it, the better you get, the more you find a different way of explaining something where it rolls off your tongue and you feel comfortable with it. It's I know that one of the biggest challenges is putting in that, how much it is to join, and people have this little bit of a fear over, oh God, how am I going to tell them it's 20 quid now to join? I mean, we used to recruit when it was £165 to join, so 20 quid to us is nothing now. That used to be a bit of an ask when we used to ask for £165 for people to join. But I never thought of it as we're asking you for money to join. I always thought it's an investment in your own business. My mum had her own children's day nursery. It cost her £165,000, not 165 quid. So as a business, actually, it's dead cheap, and it is what's in your mindset as when you're saying that how it's going to come across to people as well. So you just
I quite often say to people, the only catch to this business is there is an investment to join, but it's too cheap to join. That's the biggest catch with this business, because I find that people are joining me not really serious, because it's no money really to join the business. So I think that's the biggest catch, and that's sometimes I say it like that, and then I go on to say it's 20. I mean, what, like 20 quid to get a business? I just like it. It's crazy, isn't it? Really, for what we're doing. So just for that price now, and that's why I'm more and more now been speaking to Claire and what have you about pushing to the SK4 kit for 30 quid, because instead of 5 catalogues, are getting 50 for an extra tenner.
You know what we've been saying, Andy, since you mentioned that, been saying to people, I've been keeping it every £20 because I thought that's what was captured in the £20, and then we've been saying we can add you on a package of 50 catalogues for £10 if you add it to the kit, and then get them the link for the other one.
Yeah.
I just think if we can get people joining with more catalogues straight away, as well, because what it's like. Once people are joining, they're getting sales quickly on the Facebook group. They're addicted to it, aren't they? And they want to get catalogues out of the way and stuff. So we've got the catalogues there out of the way, brilliantly. And then we know sometimes some people don't get off to a great start online, and they've got to work a bit harder. But then if they've got the catalogues, well, maybe they can get out with the catalogues as well quite quickly. So it's given them 2 bites of the cherry, and some people might want to present with the 50 catalogues, so that'll work. But it's just 30 quid, and again, the business is crazy. But what it's given loads of you on here, what it's going to give loads of you, and what it's given us, it is, it's pennies really to join.
Can I just ask as well, the only thing that makes me feel about nervous with a phone appointment, and I've done a couple in the past, is when, like you say, when the price kicks in, and like obviously you guys have done a lot more phone calls than I have, and I was just wondering if you've had like any really negative, because I know online we do get quite a bit of negativity. We get, sometimes you can get a bit of backlash, sort of saying, why should I pay £20 to work, or da-di-da-di-da, and then you've got to explain all that to them. But when you're sort of online, you're able to take a breath and compose yourself and then go for it. But when you're on the phone, you've got to think on your feet as such. So I'm just wondering how you guys, if that has happened, and how you guys cope with that, really.
Well, whether you're recruiting online or through like an ad pool or something, it's still people. So if you get whatever you get online, you get on the phone. Whatever you get through, you get the same through email. So most definitely, you're going to be faced with that as well and stuff. And it's and what you said before, Sarah, is what the mentality you do with this, because you just said you always keep your dignity and you simply block and delete type thing or whatever. When people are nasty or they're funny and stuff, it's having that same composure and mindset and stuff, because it's not you personally, so it's not you charging £20 to join this business. You've not come up with that costing. The company did. So you're exposing them to a business opportunity, and you'll get better at how you're going to say it. But if they don't get that they're joining the business and it's only £20 and they think that's too much, well, then they're better off just getting a 9 to 5 and working for somebody else for the rest of their life and stuff. So, so just don't worry really, because you've got to get, because like I said to you before, if you're looking at 1 in 10 joining, well, that's a winner as well, isn't it? Because you need 9 no's, so that'll be 1 no's, won't it? Good.
Yeah.
And closer now to the next one. So
I think when you're doing predominantly online, I think you do fall into a comfort. The phone calls I've had have been quick off the cuff, where I've had somebody come through Messenger, can you phone me to explain it more? And I think I've had about 6 or 7 of those and I've always gone into them completely unprepared because they wanted me to phone them like right then.
Yeah.
And I've ended up babbling. But you know, they've taken the sort of the £20 thing on board, and they've been fine with that, you know. But I was just worried about sort of, you know, thinking on the feet. But now that you've said it and you know, and related it back to online as well, that makes sense then to me now. I'm feeling a bit more relaxed about that. Thanks, Sandy.
Yeah, and you get that.
I think one of the key. Go on. Sorry.
I was just going to say, it's like all of it becomes more comfortable the more you do it and stuff. I mean, the thought of me ever doing a Facebook Live is like just something I can't comprehend right now. So, Sarah, you're doing online LinkedIn selling. I'm thinking, there's not a chance I could do that ever. So, you know, talk about comfort zone. It's amazing.
Andy, do one tomorrow. Come on.
No,
A 5-minute one.
I think
I'll do one after you, Chris.
think
Oh, that's fine. Okay, I'll do a 10-minute one. You do 5.
I think with all of it, Sarah, I think it's less is more. I don't think you should ever feel like you've got to justify that and explain that. That's what it is. It's a business. It's 20 quid to join. You know, when people go for a job, they have to get a taxi there, or they go for an interview. It costs them money. They go and buy a suit for an interview, and that costs them money and stuff like that. But just don't ever feel like you've got to justify anything. And I think always think that less is more, because when you start trying to over-explain something, it then becomes like it's a problem, isn't it? And it's like
a battle of wills.
Yeah, you know, if they're not interested, they're not interested. We are going to do a session on dealing with objections and
Brilliant.
some of the things that we can do that you can drop into an appointment that should alleviate you getting those sorts of objections, because you should have by the point of you closing them already know that it costs 20 quid to join, because you should have just dropped it in there a few times so it's not a shock.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant, thank you.
Hey.
I was going to say as well, Helen, it's like the conversation that you and Andy had. It's like if you're building up that rapport anyway, you're getting almost to know each other on some sort of level. By the time, like you said, you're dropping in that fact it is £20, I don't think anyone in the right mind would come back with a negative attitude towards anyone that you kind of got onto that level with.
Yeah.
So they might not like the £20, but I don't think they could ever be nasty towards anyone that you've had that well-balanced conversation with for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Definitely.
Totally. So have you got your first one booked in, Danielle? You'll mute yourself. Say that again. Oh,
I'm double clicking. Double click. Yeah, I haven't had any responses through those online leads yet, but I have had a couple this week, and I've actually had one sign up at the weekend from a phone call. She found me on Facebook, but straight away she just wanted me to, she'd rather talk through the phone, and she's still the same now. She's much of a, she'll ring me constantly now, and that helped me massively, because before I even really got onto the job role and what it was about, I knew so much about her, because we had that conversation. And then, like I said, just dropping anything else, it just all came naturally, because we were just flowing in a conversation like I would be chatting away to her on Facebook. It just felt so much more natural. And now she's signed up and she's on her way. So I've had 2 phone calls last week, so I'm getting there. Good. But they've been planned in advance. I've got my head around it, and I have gone on thinking, oh my God. But thankfully I've had nice people that have made it easy for me. So I am dreading a bit the online side through the emails, thinking, oh God, do I have to be a bit more professional, because it's coming across that way now, isn't it? Rather than I feel like it's going to be not quite the same as Facebook, because Facebook's a bit more informal. So I feel like these email leads are going to put me off guard a little bit. I'm going to have to stay a bit more to a structure and really know what I'm on about, instead of babbling my way through the conversation.
But you do know what you're doing, Danielle. You know, if you can retell yourself, you know how to teach anybody how to do the same. It's that simple. It's not, you've not got to overcomplicate it in any way at all. You know, it's just the fact that you're getting on the phone is a little bit more professional than sending a message, and you know, to think about it like that, as opposed to I've got to be overly professional, I've got to know all this stuff. It will come with time, it will come with practice. It took us years of practicing face-to-face appointments before we'd go out, and we'd go out and we'd do 4 appointments and sign 3 people in. You know, we used to go through 50 appointments before we'd sign 1 person in when we first started. it's time. You know, your technique gets slicker every time you do it. Every time you learn something, you'll pick something up from somebody else that'll share something, and you'll think, oh, that's a great way of saying that. I'm gonna put that in, and you know, I'm gonna use that. And over time and over practice, you'll just get really quick and slick at doing it, and feel confident in yourself with what you're saying.
Yeah, I've taken loads of notes from this, because this is my next stage now. This is what I need to work on. So taking loads of notes, and I'm going to practice.
Brilliant. Get your little doggy or your teddy bear and just pretend that you're talking to them, or do a bit of role play with you know, James and what have you, and just, you know, just practice it a little bit so it rolls off your tongue.
Yeah.
You should do that with each other in the team, really, shouldn't you? You know.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that's a good idea.
One another.
I just find I just trip over my words.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same with anything. I just hate being on the phone. I can order a Chinese and I could get it wrong. I just don't flow very well with me, I think, on the phone. So I do need practice at composing myself. I think that's my issue.
Yeah, definitely. You know what, Tim Sales. Oh, somebody's speaking. Sorry, go on, Rach.
Sorry, I just seen Kelly Martin. I've done her first telephone appointment today.
Oh, fantastic. Wow, fantastic. Is Kelly still on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is she on now?
Oh, she was. Oh no, she's gone.
She's disappeared. We'll have to ask her for some feedback. See,
How did it go? You know,
two booked in as well. And is Angela still on?
Hang on a minute, Rachel. Do you know how it went with Kelly?
No, I'm going to speak to Kelly in a minute.
Right. Good on her. Good.
I have got 2 phone calls booked in for tomorrow, from Facebook, as it happens.
Brilliant.
But I'm used to doing the door-to-door and face-to-face. That's where I came from. So the internet side is new to me.
Yeah.
So it doesn't faze me really. It's just knowing the system with me, because I don't know the ins and outs yet.
Well, Angela, just remember that you're not on the phone to train them on the system. You're there to present the opportunity. So once you've joined, we've got all the systems in place to train them on the system. You know, you don't have to go into detail of how they're going to do it and what they need to do step by step, because we're going to do that with them, with, you know, with the videos and everything else. So, you know, don't think when you're doing the appointment you've got to know all of that.
Okay, it's just I like to be able to answer questions. That's my worry at the moment. But you know, I'm not that phased about it, to be honest with you.
I think one of the best things that you can do when you're new is, if you don't know the answer to a question, just be dead honest with them and say, look, I'm new to this myself. I don't know, but we're a part of a fantastic group. There's so many people that know what they're doing. You know, I'll go find out for you and I'll come back to you.
Yeah. I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, definitely, yeah. 2 sign-ups tomorrow.
I've got a long string of people wanting or saying they want to do it. It's just getting them over that last bit.
Yeah.
The light buses.
Yeah.
Sorry?
The light buses.
Yeah.
They will all come in one go.
I'm keeping it, you know, that's something that Sarah said, actually. Focus on activity.
Yeah.
Not on results.
Definitely. The results will come. Remember what Claire was talking about? Was it on the last sponsor workshop, that you're in that building stage and the loading stage?
Yes.
Yeah, so keep going, and then ultimately you'll be getting to that juggling stage, Angela, and you'll be thinking, bloody hell, they're all coming in and I can't cope with them all now.
Yeah. No, I'm keeping my head down at the moment.
Good. Keep
going.
Right. Has anybody else got any questions? A couple of people are going. Shall we call it a night then? It's 10:20. It's gone on, hasn't it? It's a little bit longer than normal. So if anybody has got any questions and needs any help, obviously we're here for everybody. As Sarah said, we're one big happy family, all helping one another. So fantastic training again. I don't know whether Sarah's still on, but Sarah, thank you so much for stepping in and stepping up, sharing your inspirational story of courage, determination. Really excited to, you know, see where you're going to go in the business. And a massive thank you as well to Claire and Andy. Joint work, teamwork makes the dream work with our sponsor workshop 3. We are getting there with these, aren't we? If anybody thinks there's anything in there that needs tweaking or changing, we're going to keep working on these throughout the year so that we can make sure that everybody that wants to sponsor's got the information that they need to hand. So, you know, just let us know if there's anything that you think maybe needs adding in there or not. We'll get the videos posted up so that they're for everybody that wasn't able to get on tonight. And I'll put a review post on so that you can all share a little top tip or something that you picked up tonight, or maybe just a little bit of feedback, or maybe just a little bit of a nice comment to the speakers, you know, a bit of recognition and what have you. But thank you very much for making your commitment to joining us this evening, and we shall see you at the same time next week.
Bye. Bye, guys. Bye.